Please share your information about the new handed ball 360.
Yes. HANETBALL 360 is a revolution into the world of sports. It's allow the mind and the body to be in sync, but it's also provide the highest cardio work. HANETBALL 360 is a sport of 52 minutes game with 4 rounds of 13 minutes. It's played with a teams of 7 players on the court and 4 members of the team reserve on the side for exchange. And the way the sport is played, you must run with the sport up to 4 steps, and you must pass the ball to your teammates within 5 seconds. And with that in place, it's allow any ball to be the easiest, most adaptable sport at the same time to the highest of the human capability.
Is this sport is affordable to all walks of life?
अनुवाद करना है आपको? क्या मैं बताऊं हिंदी में?
All walks of life. So is it affordable
हाँ,
for all walks of life?
मैं पहले इनकी बात करता हूँ कि मैं गेम के बारे में जो आपने पूछा है, ये हैंडबॉल 360 जो गेम है, जैसे हम लोग बहुत सारे गेम देखते हैं, जैसे फुटबॉल, हॉकी या कोई भी गेम हम सीधे खेलते हैं, और इन्होंने जो गेम किया हुआ है, इन्होंने जो गेम बनाया हुआ है, वो अमेरिका में जो बनाया हुआ गेम, वो बिल्कुल बास्केटबॉल की तरह किया, लेकिन बास्केटबॉल ऊपर की तरफ करते हैं शूट, ये नीचे पे ग्राउंड लेवल पे किया हुआ है। ग्रेनेड होगा, हर टीम में 11 मेंबर्स होंगे, बीच में 7 मेंबर्स होंगे, 7 मेंबर्स में से एक मेंबर उनके ग्रेनेड में होगा जो राउंड होगा, राउंड सर्कल के अंदर एक होगा जिसका काम होगा डिफेंड करना, गोल शूट किया हुआ या बॉल शूट किया हुआ, और 6 प्लेयर्स सामने खेलेंगे, आमने सामने दूसरे टीम के सामने। तो एक ग्रेनेड इस तरफ होगा तो एक ग्रेनेड ये एंड पे होगा। ग्रेनेड बीच में थोड़े डिस्टेंस पे, एकदम कॉर्नर पे नहीं होगा, थोड़ा अंदर होगा, ताकि जो प्लेयर्स है जो शूट करते वो उसके पीछे भी जा सकते। इसलिए जो गोलकीपर होगा उसका ध्यान पूरा 360 एंगल पे होगा, और केवल सामने नहीं, वो बिल्कुल ध्यान रखेगा कि कहाँ से शूट हो रहा है और वो एंगल मूव हो जाएगा। इसलिए इस तरह का ये गेम बनाया हुआ है, और ये जो ग्रेनेड है जो बनाया हुआ है उसके 12 पोल्स है, जो 12 महीने की तरह इन लोग ने कहा, और 7 जो प्लेयर्स है वो 7 दिनों के हिसाब से वो 7 दिन ऐसे पकड़े गए। कोर्ट का साइज जो हम लोग ले रहे हैं वो हैंडबॉल का और वो बास्केटबॉल के 8 मीटर्स का हम लोग ने रखा हुआ है, जो सेम साइज है।
360 is one of the game which is going to be energetic, that all the men and women as well as boys and girls are going to play, and we strongly believe that in the coming days that India is going to adopt these things in the school and colleges and universities, and we are going to represent worldwide the handball 360.
Yes, because HANETBALL 360 is a sport that is very easy and adaptable, and the ball comes with center of gravity. It doesn't discriminate against gender. It's allow everyone to have the same ability and access to play the sports. In the US, starting next year, we're gonna have teams that have both men and women in it.
Game is not limited only to male. It is for boys, girls, female as well as male. Because what a game is, never a game is only for the purpose of playing. It is always for the purpose of getting your fitness, healthiness, and to be good into your body and mind. That is why we have got boys, girls, female and male together, one thing. Second question about we have got celebrities. We have got various celebrities all over. I don't know about the US celebrities. But in India we have got many celebrities. We have got Rohit Gaur, who is from the Babiji Ghar Pe, Diwali ji. We have got Hemant Pandey, who is also an Hasya Kalakar, you can see. We have got Manoj Sharma, who is also one of the directors for Indian movies. So looking to that, we have got so many of them. Jojo Nakane, who is a singer. As far as India is concerned, we have got a lot of team of ambassadors who are supporting this particular game. Right from actor to actress, we were on the set of Babiji Ghar Pe, various other sets, and they are also given us the support. And there are also people from the Indian Olympic Association and the federations around here who are supporting the game. Well, as far as concerned, this game is very new, and so we take it on ourselves to see to it that the promotion is done basically to the required audience, that is the kids, the children at the school, and the university level, and then to the teams who are interested. Because it has just come up now. So everything will be in place maybe another 1 year maximum. As far as you asked about the prize money which was there in the game, he will be able to tell you what is the prize money we have kept for the championship in Florida, this World Championship.
Yes, we
Yeah.
we wanted to keep this little bit private so we can announce it and into the game because it's gonna be our first championship. But in Handball 360, we launched the sports different than any other form of business I've launched before. We started from professional. So that means everyone who's gonna play the sport will know exactly where they're going to, where they belong, to the professional level. From professional level, we're gonna go to college level and university. And from there, we're going to grade school. And then from grade school, we're gonna spread to the community. And everything is possible. Not only Handball 360 have ambassadors all over the world, we created Handball 360 Ambassadors Club. So that means people who associate in the sports, people who wanted to have access with players, with celebrities, with officials in their sports, like it's difficult in other sports to do, and Handball 360, you will have access to it once you join the Ambassadors Club. With the Ambassadors Club, all the players, everyone who play the sports will be the first ambassadors because they're the one who express the sports, they're the one who behind it. But also, from the press and to the general public, anyone who wanted to associate and benefit from the sport are ambassadors of Handball 360. Handball 360 is a sport, if you look at it from a standpoint, we have the same appeal with the NBA, like league in the US. But that's what we wanted to bring to India, to have your own professional where you will meet heroes like everywhere, in every state, in every community. We will meet heroes. But also it will be a source of revenue and finance for everyone in the chain of the Indian economy. And from that point on, there will be licensing that's be given for people to sell our product. And then also license for people to coach the sports in many different levels. There will be licensing to own professional teams. This is something that is ready. But the biggest secret of Handball 360 is none of the above. But the biggest secret of Handball 360, because of the way the groundnet is designed, it's designed by panel, and it's designed with a screen that you can see through, at the same time put artwork. Any institutions, any community that want to have Handball 360, all they have to do, they have two options. Pay for it and have it, or go in your community, have about like 20 businesses that want to have their names to be displayed on the equipment. And those businesses will pay for it. There's no other sports or no other form of business that is designed that way. This will move through the world as the fastest. Any one of us here will see Handball 360 in more than 100 countries in the next 5 years. We already applied for patent in 83 countries already in the world.
What is the status of the playing in any country? I think only there is the school level, the state level, and other playing the commercial match.
Yes, the places where the sport is being played right now is Cuba. We have 2 teams in there. And the second country was on the international was Dominican Republic. We have 2 teams there as well. And we have Haiti, which is the 3rd country outside of US. We have 2 teams there. In United States, we have 6 teams already. So right now, as I'm speaking with you, there are 12 teams that are between the HBA and WHBA. HBA stands for Handball Associations, and WHBA stands for World Handball Association. So we already have teams in there. But also, the teams are ready to spread. And that's the reason we're making sure we allow every country that deserves to be part of the sport to have the opportunity to be in it. And we believe the Indian people, with their generosity and their contributions and philosophy and art and food and spices, my sections of the world was discovered in the quest of searching for Indian spice. And that's the history that I learned. Christopher Columbus was looking for a way to get to India by using 360 degrees because they discovered the world was circular. And he said, I'm gonna go west and I should find myself at the Indian Oceans. That's when America was discovered. So yes, from the west to the east, that's the movement of the sun. I call India the country of the rising sun. It is time right now for India to rise even bigger because the sport that play 360 degrees that mimic the sport movement reached the Indian coast. I was so happy when for the first time I was looking at the Indian Ocean. Thank you.
Ball design, football make, volleyball make, squash make, what's the design of ball? Is it a rubber ball or what ball?
It's the same
Different
ball.
Same ball.
HANETBAL,
HANETBAL, but a different ball from the regular one. This is just like the handball. You can see here. He will show it to you.
yes.
And good enough for the grip.
Yeah,
Not very big.
we went a few HANETBAL on our trip and we met some Indian legend. We gave them the one that was inflated. And because my flight is so quick, I didn't have the chance to inflate this one. This ball measures about like 8 inches in diameter. And it has like a weight volume of air of between 4 to 6 pounds of air pressure. This is very easy. But this ball also is made to be aerodynamically more stronger than any ball that existed before. HANETBAL 360 have elements of many different sports, but it's unique. It's the sport that's recorded by American educations into sports that have the highest cardio work with ease. And it's also a sport when you play, even after you go to sleep, you are burning more calories, so you stay even fitter. Because of the quick movement that you have to bounce past the ball to your teammate, and the ball comes to you at the center of gravity. Every other ball, you jump in the air to catch it, or you do other movement. This ball bounces up to you, so you choose where you feel comfortable to catch the ball. So that makes it very easy and adaptable from people, from grandparents to young kids can play together in the same teams. There's no other sport like it.
So you are not monetizing the game because you are charging license fee. So naming is very important. So you are naming India-wide championship, or you are giving, you are holding few international championships or national championships.
Yes.
And he says, how many clubs you would like to have in India?
In India, we're gonna start with about 8 clubs because that's what it's gonna take to have like a very good competition. But we hope very soon we could have up to 62 clubs in India, about 2 clubs per state.
36 states and multiplied by 2.
So if you multiply by 2, that would be 72. And that's the same amount that we wanted to have in the US.
State will not have it.
Most states will not have it?
Small state.
Yes. So with that, the sport will be monetized. And that's the reason we start with professional. Because we start with professional, people who have means will finance those clubs. And those gentlemen that we have here that represent India's finest.
So how much corpus fund you have collected? Can we ask this question?
The
Corpus fund, how much you are holding? Maybe 1 CR, 2 CR in Indian rupees. Or in pound it can be, dollar it can be much.
there's no limit to it.
No limit.
So there's no limit. These sports will be financed and to reach all Indians.
In
Yes.
We have a company in place, but as far as what is the capital, we are raising the capital through our sponsors. We have started by club memberships. We are bringing the sports, and we are aware that we need at least 100 crores of rupees to get into the position. I am very much clear about that. And as you know, that we in India have got an outfit like amateur games to professional games. Like see, most of our games were amateur and now coming up to the professional level. Even now today I heard about kabaddi, no, ututu, Coco. Coco is come up now. Today Coco, I was just hearing that Coco has come as a commercial game. So where we all started as an amateur, now we are bringing professional. What is happening in IPL. At the same time, whatever went professional is happening, it is all the sponsorship, all the funds which we can raise to the sponsors or whoever is taking part into that, we are trying to raise up that particular money and we will do it to the teams and the team owners.
But you need an infrastructure of a smaller stadium, maybe like badminton court or other thing. So for that, are you ready to invest in those?
We have already in Bombay certain sports arenas which we are going to use. Here also we had seen the Tal Kotora just for the purpose of having a championship if we need to have that. Today we were at the DAV schools and we have seen what is there, what they can offer us to the arenas, and we are also going through some proposals by the colleges, universities, and as you know that we don't own in India, I don't know anybody will be owning a stadium or a stadia. All those particular facilities are available either to the clubs or to the schools or to the colleges, and this is where we are going to be there so that we can make